Hey guys, Hugo here, hope you're well. Welcome back to another P3D video. Today we are at the brand new released Bradley International Airport for P3Dv4 and V5 made by our good friends over at LatinVFR. Yes, LatinVFR did have a phase of, well, they still are in the phase of absolutely demolishing frame rate and I'm guessing P3Dv5 VRAM, but this airport isn't as big as Madrid or Miami or Fort Lauderdale. It's only this airport, Bradley International. These two piers are only the terminals that have the jetways on, instead of the other airports have many stands. This airport isn't as big, as you can tell, and therefore FPS and VRAM are doing well. Well, VRAM isn't doing well compared to like a normal airport, but this is really highly detailed, so I'm happy with 5.6 gigabytes of VRAM being used. I can't remember if this is being shown on the video. If you can't see this red box, which I'm currently circling around, then I'm sorry. But yeah, 5.6 gigabytes of VRAM being used, averaging 60 FPS. I mean, I am on the outside, but if I go inside, then same 60 FPS, no difference. GSX is moaning about opening up the doors, so let's go and open up those doors for the catering vehicles, like so. So yeah, this is brand new. If you want to go and get your last minute flights in P3D, well, let's say if you're going to drop prepared before, when in fact Microsoft Flight Simulator releases, which I definitely won't be, because like as a base game it's not what I want, and I want way more add-ons with the new Microsoft Flight Sim. So I'm still going to be using P3D, but if you're the guys who are going to drop P3D and you want to get one last North American flight done, head over to LatinVFR, their online store, and give this a quick buy, your last add-on that you might buy for prepared, because it is a wonderful detailed scenery and it's really good to go and fly out of. Today we're going off to Denver with the Southwest 737-800 and the split scimitar winglets. I'm just getting the catering on board now, as you just saw. Oh, look at that, there's a little tiny Southwest catering truck. I wish we had that with GSX. Oh well. Yeah, so flying off to Denver, estimated flight time is going to be 3 hours and 46 minutes. So 3 hours and 3/4 of an hour. And nice to see some good AI as well. We've got the Southwest 73 to the left of us, and I think I saw an American. Yeah, it's an American A319 there, and maybe it's another aircraft. There's a United Express. Yeah, don't know what type exact aircraft. I'm not familiar with the tiny United Express aircraft. In fact, AI companion content. I think it's a CRJ 200, but I could be wrong on that. CRJ 200, I think. No, maybe. Anyway, or 700. It's a 200 or a 700. I'm not too familiar with CRJs. I in fact have the Aerosoft CRJ Professional. I've had that for a couple of months and I've only done one flight with it. I might need to go and get some more CRJ flights in the bag. Right, let's go and close up the catering vehicles and let's get ourselves over to Denver. Remember guys, if you want to go and get the scenery, there's a link down below, or you can just go and search it on Google for LatinVFR Bradley International P3D. Right, let's go to the fuel page. It is in pounds. I know IRL they would use pounds, but I'm an Englishman. I would love to use kilograms, which I have no idea where to. Oh, literally just on that. I think it's on displays. Yes. Just making sure, in fact, the RS is set to realistic. So when we align the RSs, they won't align in like 30 seconds, which is obviously not realistic. We want to get the battery on first and then ground power. There we go. Cool. So IRSs to nav, and emergency exit lights armed, and wind heats on, prep heats are staying auto, packs. Let's go to auto. PlayStation also. And that's unsteady already, which is good. Right. Let's go over to the fuel and payload. So, total fuel on board our flight to Denver is going to be 13 tons and 300 kilograms, like so. And our 0 fuel weight is going to be 58.6, which gives us about 147 passengers. Let's go and request our boarding now. So we're going to go and put in 147, like so. Yeah, confirm the jetway. So obviously there's jetways here as well. Obviously gorgeous PBR. So that's going to get connected up. Oh, nice box. Right. Let's clear that off. There we go. That can go to the FMC page. I'll keep this on FS Actions just for FS Action stuff. So open up the cargo door. Once the jetway gets connected up, in fact, we'll open up the left entry door. 200A, that is current, that's correct, and we're at Bradley. So the ICAO for this airport is KBDL, like so. And we can set the RS position with GPS left. And our company route is, well, we put in KBDL, and then the arrival, which is Denver, so KDEN. Company route, like so. If we're going to fly this route, wow, that's a lot of directs. There you go, there's our route for today. Takeoff runway. Let me go and grab Active Sky, and we can go and take a look at the weather, the winds. So if we look at Active Sky right now, you can tell that we got the winds at 330 that's Denver. At Bradley International, our winds are 000 at 4 knots. So 06, it says it's best for departure. I just want to make sure the 06 isn't the stupid short runway. No. So yeah, we'll depart out of runway 06 today. And our flight number is Southwest. I think it's 2031. Yes, 2031. Activate, execute. Right, open up the left entry door, and that, I did open those cargo doors. Yeah, cool. So per minute, just copy and paste the 0 fuel weight by double clicking it. We wanted 13.3, that was our plan, like so. And our final reserve is going to be 2.3. Cost index is 40. And our initial cruising altitude today is going to be, I think it's 340. So we're going to put that in like so. We do step to 3.6, apparently. But it says we can go up to 3.6 straight away. So what we're going to do, we're going to ignore our flight plan, and we're going to go up to 3.60 because apparently we can make it easy peasy. Cruising winds, the winds up at 360 are going to be 307 at 24. This is going to get overridden when we request wind data anyway, so whatever. Execute that. And now we can go and request the wind data on this FMC request. And, oh no, we can't do that just yet because we need to wait for the RSs to align. So this can go back to the FS Actions page. Awesome. So we can get the, actually no, the batteries are all set correctly as they should be. AP, you don't need to get that on just yet. English and mid are both ready for that. And we can set 360 for our cruising altitude there. And our landing altitude can say it's actually, what is the current altitude for this airport? Airport altitude elevation is 173. So we'll set 150 there. Change that when we get in the air. That cruise when we arrive in Denver. If we go back to Active Sky, we can tell, we can see in fact the current QNH is 3012. The pressure 3012. So I need to go and scroll up to there, like so. And that's cross-checked, and that's lovely. Cool. There's passengers coming on now. N1 limit. Let's go over to the EFB. Any bills. This is an any bills delivery. The Southwest Hart. Hold on a sec. Where are the conveyor belts? Have they, like... Excuse me? This is a GSX glitch, or the cargo loaders have been disabled as a GSX config, which might be correct. It's like on a 7.3 you can just go and jump in, like, don't need stairs, because it's quite low down. But I'm not too sure exactly if it's a glitch or not. And now that guy's floating, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, they obviously stopped as if there would be a conveyor belt there. Let me guess. Are these bags? Oh no, they just randomly disappear. I think they've been disabled in a GSS config. I can't open up the config menu as of now because I bet it'll say yeah, because we're actually using GSX, so it won't allow it. Odd. I must take a look at that later. Right, performance. Copy FMC data. It is dry right now. The winds are... keyboard, here we go. Winds are 0.4. It's 31 degrees, not 30. 8, okay, if it's 100 Fahrenheit, we'll do 88 then. And then 30.12 for the QNH. We could start with D-rate 2. And we'll go for... it's a short runway, we'll go flat 15. And air conditioning on and CICB off. And if we can't do D-rate 2, we'll do D-rate 1, and so on and so on. Oh, deleted that. And tried normal D-rate, no D-rate I mean. And there we go, we can do no D-rate, but with a sec temp of 44. Cool. So put that in like so. Take off. Flat 15. CG can go in. 19.9%, which gives us a trim for 4.81 for our departure today. And we'll use these V-speeds given to us here, so 136, 142, 147. Actually, we'll just go and put in everything on this side first. So it's 0.4, slope 0, and it is dry. So there we go, 136, 142, 147. Like so. Awesome. APU, let me go and get that powered up now. So left forward pump on, like so, and we'll start up the APU. APU is now starting up, and boarding is now completed, so we can go and close up all the doors, like that. And if we go up to top, up here, we can go to this page, and it says we've got 1 minute. On the status page, we've got 1 minute until our IRSs are aligned. Cool. Beats can go on to on now, and if I go to the ground services, I just reset the brakes so parking brake doesn't get disconnected. There we go. Set the brakes there. Once the AP started up, we'll just remove wheel chocks and get that going. So just wait for the AP generator to be available. Okay, so APU is now available. So we can go and get the AP generators on, and we can get the... I forgot to turn on the seatbelt, so we can get those on. Your damper can go on, and the fuel pumps can go on, and we can get the anti-collision light on, and we can go and request our pushback as well. Yes, I do want a pushback. Hydraulic pumps can stay off until we are in the pushback. Packs can go off for the engine start. Latch valve open. And just check if we've got fuel in the centre. Of course we do. So fuel in the centre, pumps can go on. We can go and remove the wheel chocks.
Hello, Captain.
Like that one.
We're ready for pushback.
And that did disconnect. I thought I did the... well, odd. There we go. That's all good. Right, let's go and set up the MCP as GSX gets set up. So it says... oh, let's put that. It says please set parking brake immediately. Oh, okay. 147, and runway is 06 is 058, so we're going to get that in like so for our heading for our departure. And talking about our departure, in fact, what are we doing? I need to go and check the charts so I can see. But G6, it says nose left, but we're kind of in a tight position, so I just want to make sure that it does push us back a bit nicely. that should do. Like that. Right, so the charts are here. We are doing the Coastal 7 departure. So the initial climb out of there is going to be 4,000 to begin with. And we can go to the legs. No, departure and arrival, departure 06 Coastal 7. And that would be via Gedek. Execute that in, make sure there's no discontinuities, which there is, as always. And we can go and clear that off. There's vectors to begin with, but we're just going to go and direct to HFD after departure, and we can go and request the winds as we now begin our pushback. So, pushback, brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
So,
start at will.
Elec hydraulics on. And we can go to the APGen TR1 to see our power there. We can go and set ground. And we can watch into rise. Cruise wind uplink ready. Load. And we can start time, of course. Execute that in. And get back to the next page now. And, oh, let's reset the winds. Speeds there, not winds. There we go. We're into those in. Right, 25% fuel's coming in. And one last check, so wind and weather, sorry, and turbulence. And that is good. Make sure we've got data, terrain, 40 traffic, and then traffic 20 data, and we get the weather radar on once you get to runway 06. So you can see our departure. We're going to do a straight right hand turn out of runway 06 to get ourselves over to Hector Foxtrot Delta. Parking brake is set. And once, there we go. Now, once number 2 started up, we can start number 1, which we're beginning now. So number 1 is starting up. Waiting until 25% and 1. Like so.
Unlocking gear.
There we are. Number 1 is starting up. Loving LatinVFR's latest sceneries, to be fair. Really, really gorgeous. Loving the PVR and just, you know, I'm happy I got a high-end system so I can run that high-end airport scenery. It's amazing. Right, so just waiting for number 1 to start up. There we go, there's a click. So we can set continuous, and those are all set for takeoff. So, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 1 up there, APU can go off, and we can get the PAX back to auto, and my station valve to auto. We can now go and set auto brake to RTO, flaps to 15, which I'm just going to use my keybind because it's going to take a while to do with the mouse. There we go. And we can go to the system bit. Oh, no, there is no verify takeoff speeds. Yeah, that's good. There is no flex check, so what we're going to do, make sure everything's free, which it is, and we can set our trim to 4.81, which is roughly around that there. We've just got one more last caution, air conditioning, okie dokie. Wait, if I click reset, I should be fine now. Yeah, I think I just got confused. Right, parking brake released, and let's bring it a bit of power to get ourselves moving. Let's go to Denver. Right, so our taxi today, I need to set TA only as well. In America, on the ground when you taxi. So yeah, we're gonna go up to runway 06. So we need to take a left, and I think it's Sierra that we taxi up on the left. It's up here. 319 still here. Slow coach. Turn off the EFB, don't need them anymore. Yeah, I love how any builds have made like a little case or like a tablet, like a yellow tablet or something inside. This case or something. I don't know what they tried to make there, but it looks cool. Let's get ourselves into this taxiway up here, like so. the error. So taxi light can go on, tunnels can go on now. Lovely. Some more of the scenery. I think that's like general aviation or just random. Oh no, that's cargo. There's a UPS cargo over there. But there are some GA places, tech, everything. Cool. Yeah, if only UPS or something is over there. Did I say Learjet? I did. Bombardier. Nice airport. Right, need to take a left here. This is Charlie. So take our left here. There we go. And our next right would be a right into runway 06 via Romeo. There's that United Express we saw earlier. So yeah, you got some more. If you want to go and do some CRJ flying and park up these remote stands, get handled by I think Swissport. Yeah. Nice. Awesome. So just a couple hundred meters until we get to 06 now. It'll be our very next right. And what does that say? For noise abatement, what does that say? For noise abatement, follow ATC instruction. Ooh. Interesting. Right. Round we go. And we are good to go onto the runway, so down lights can go on, taxi light off. Engine's already in continuous, strobe on, and so overhead sorted. Weather radar on, flight director's on, aerosol on, and the slash flight director. And actually, it's not the NF because we got vectors actually, so we're even arm. So let's just get ourselves lined up the runway, and we set TGAS to TARA. I won't do anything on the ground still, but whatever. TARA will initialize after takeoff. So we're good to go. We're actually taking off literally on time. I expected to depart 1900 Zulu, which we are, which is all good. Let's get going. So start the timer, raise the engine to around about 50% N1. Make sure they're both stabilized there, and toga. Let's go. See our wing view. Prime Air 767. Right, first is set, 96.1%. Airspeed alive. That's the flight director's coming alive as well. 80 knots. Lag spike, check.
V1.
V1. Rotate.
Rotate. V2.
Flight 73 rotates really slowly for me. Anyway, positive rate. Gear up. Still pull back on the stick here. Or the yoke, in fact. Let's get ourselves up with that flight director. We'll just fly runway heading for now. Fly runway heading into like 2,000 feet, and then we'll make a direct to the first waypoint. That is 2,000 feet of ground. AGL. Nice. 737 immersion coming in. Right, so once pilot can go on, we can go and make that direct to Foxtrot Delta, that was, and NF can go on. And flaps up, otherwise we're going to overspeed. Awesome. There we go. That is apparently wing tank fuel overflow. I'm not too sure what's happened to Immersion Manager. If anyone from Parallel 42s are watching this video, I mean, it says it's meant to show when fuel's above 98% capacity. It is not. So I'm just going to turn it off temporarily. That's not meant to be happening. Right, 36,000 feet. 36,000 or whatever the Americans say. Like so, and just whack into it. Oh shit, there's no restrictions, so that's fine. Up to 250 knots. Go to the cruise page. No, the climb page, sorry. Yeah, 250, 10,000, that's good. Go to the progress page then. You can see our arrival time 22:54 Zulu. With the arrival fuel of 3 tons. Awesome. So, we can get the retractable lights off, and we can set engine ignitions to off, and we can set the Denver landing altitude now. So, airport elevation at Denver, I remember, is pretty high, so if you forget to set this, then your pressure will be wrong, which would be bad. You don't want that to happen. So yeah, airport elevation at Denver is 5,434 feet. Yeah, we've gone past that altitude. Cool. So 5,434. So that rounds up to 5,450. So when our descent, the aircraft understands at what rate shall it decrease the pressure of the cabin, and then what pressure should it finalize itself at. So it should be finalizing its pressure. The cabin altitude of 5,450 when we land at Denver. Awesome. Nice. Maybe we shouldn't have gone via Gedek. I thought that. Said that we did, but yeah, we don't. Let's go do that. Actually, there's like a little left turn there. In fact, let's go straight to Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. Why is that VOR's full name? Is it that one? No, it's this one. Calverton. Calverton. We're going direct to Calverton. Nice. Oh, there's 10,000 as well, so all the lights can go off. Like so. Zoom out on this display. Oh, actually, can go all the way out. Let's go set this zoom, I guess you could say, for the rest of the flight. And start the progress page. Lovely issue. You can see estimated fuel arrival has gone up because of that weird routing. Yes. So accelerating up to our climb speed now, 312 knots. The views around the airport back there. Ciao, ciao. Okie dokie, here we are, 18,000 feet, so standard pressure. And we might as well, as we're in stable flight, we'll go and set seatbelts to auto and let the passengers roam around the cabin for the next 3 hours. Lag spike, where's it gonna go? I think it's the airport unloading, maybe? I don't know. I don't know why it calls lag spikes, maybe it's something is loading in. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the departure. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'll see you in the arrival into Denver. Enjoy the cinematics of this 737-800 with a split scimitar winglets, and bye bye. Alright guys, welcome back into descent. We're literally just passing 18,000 feet right now, so let's go and set the current QNH, which is 3010 to the aim like so. And there we are. Seatbelt signs can go on. I was just coming in for a typical 20,000 feet return to the video sort of altitude, and then sorry. And then I realised that this airport is, well, 5,500 feet. So we don't actually have much left of the flight to go. Because, well, we're coming in so late, I guess you could say. Because the altitude isn't that. Well, our AGL is actually 12,000 feet right now. But, to be fair, looking at the charts, and RND, it does get us kind of low for a bit, so that could be the reason. From Grub, I want to get out to Kick Me. Kick Me takes you in for the ILS for runway 16 left, and we can actually go and set steep descent after where's that? That is fine. Should be fine. Go to inner ref. And we can go and set our arrival flap. So we're going to be landing flap 30, 45, like that. With a +5 wind correction. Yeah, that's okay. Because the winds are, the winds are variable at the moment. They're going all over the place. Are roughly 5 knots-ish. So it's basically land on any runway sort of thing. Because it's 5 knots. Anything below 5 knots is... it's fine if you're a tailwind, but it's variable, like in all directions. So I thought the easiest, quickest? That's not even a word, that sounds very wrong as well. The quickest route in comes in straight from the north down into runway 16 left, into Denver. But they can see the airfield, I think it's there, could be wrong though. So there's 15,000, and here we are passing print. I'm just gonna call it print. Even though there's no R in it, but you know, whatever. And here we go. Hits our steep descent apparently. It's keeping up the VNAV. The speed isn't though. So bring out a bit of speed brake. There we are. And because we are about 10,000 feet above the ground, we will get the fixed antennas on. So. We won't get the retractable lights on. We'll get the retractable lights on once we bring out the flaps and set engine speeds to continuous. Bit more speed brake. We are on the VNAV, but we need to get down to 230 knots for this restriction at TAPME. Yeah, to be fair, this any-build delivery is very good. It's actually, they've done the PBR correctly. So the engine isn't like blue, reflecting the sky, it's reflecting the sun. So these metallic bits are completely blue. I might see if I can take these metallic maps from this semi-build delivery and have them default all round for all liveries that I might have a PMDG, so the metallic bits don't end up to be crazy and blue looking. It's very nice looking, in my opinion. Let's go to EFB. I don't know if we can. Well, we can. Is there a show en route? Oh, there it is. It's on the right. I mean, we don't really need to use this. It doesn't really matter because of the VREF. We can just use this. But this will just decide our auto brake. However, we're landing one tick left and we want to vacate literally right at the end because that's where the terminal is. So there's no point calculating auto brake. The runway is 3,600 meters long. Auto brake 1 be absolutely sufficient, especially in the center. I've just realised this whole time it's been an RTO. I totally forgot that this doesn't reset itself. I've been flying Airbus a lot recently. I've only just noticed that now. I mean, there's no harm in doing it. Like, there's no warnings. It's saying, oh dear, you got RTO armed. It's fine. Right, I'll set 1. And this can go nowhere actually. I want to do the minimums. I was thinking of, like I said, the Airbus. We're flying a lot of Airbus flight sim labs. You set the minimum in there, but in Boeing it's not in the FMC. It's actually on the PFD. We were going to set the minimum, and the minimum is 5557. I've just realised how big of a... Oh, it doesn't have the edit yourself. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to cheat. We're not going to set the barrow, we're going to set the radio. I'm going to set the radio to 200. So it'll call minimum when we're 200 feet above the ground, like so. I'm going to reduce a bit that speed brake now because it seems to be up to the speed a bit better now. I'm going to reduce the altitude to 8,000. Selected. Actually, I'm going to set it to 7,000, 2,000. Well, at least. So we just should be able to get the glide slope by then. And talking about the glide slope, we need to enter in the ILS frequency. So, as always, it is 111.1. Like so. And the course is 173. Like so. I'll set that up in here as well. 173, like that. Awesome. I don't think we need the speed brake anymore, and that's all good. I'm going to speed into beamness. I'm going to fly at the flat up debug speed, as shown. So basically, the minimum speed that we should fly with all our flaps up. If we want to go any slower than that, we should bring out some flaps. I don't know if they again, do I? So we're all good. We don't need it. Right, can we see the... yes, we can see the airport. There's no glitch currently at the airport. If you have a mesh, in your settings, if you have mesh resolution set to 1 meter or 2 meters, there's a really weird glitch with the like, I don't know, I want to say hills, but they're not very tall hills. They're just like in between the taxiways, like mounds of dirt. Must have been like where the dirt has been removed from the foundations of the taxiway, maybe. But it seems to be very harsh looking. It's not a smooth hill. But if you set the mesh resolution to 5 meters in your sim settings, it should be fine. But I don't want to do that because I like the mesh resolution of 1. Look at these irrigations, plant systems, whatever they're called. It's amazing looking. Awesome. So there's 9,000 feet passing. I don't know why we're descending way through the VNAV here. I'm not too sure on the reasoning. But we're on the speed brake. We have vertical speed mode. And we can hit 800 feet per minute. We're way below the glide slope, so there's no point flying low to the ground. because of the very people they want to be in the quiet. I'm not too sure why they'd live near an airport then if they wanted to live somewhere quiet, but whatever. Here we are coming into Denver. I'm going to set 8,000 actually for our select now because of that. I don't want to send down to 7,000 as of now, so that's kind of low. So we'll just hold off at 8,000. Yeah, Denver, the ginormous airport. If only Heathrow had that amount of space to build its third runway. But you know, it's in London. Right, so here we are at 8,000. And while we're here, we might as well go and slow ourselves down. So let's go down and bring out flaps 5 degrees. We'll go 180 knots. And then we'll get the retractable and the lights and set engine ignitions to continuous. And still just moaning, just stop it from moaning at us. And that'll be our 180, final approach, or initial approach speed, until we get to about 8 miles, 6 miles, and we'll establish on the ILS. And once we are about 8 miles or 6 miles, we'll set our final approach speed, which will be 150 knots, so 145 plus 5 knots for the wind correction. Awesome. So we're going to set this final zoom for our ND, so that's set to 10, and this side can be set to 40. That's like a little bit offset for some reason, I'm not too sure why. I'm clicking something here, but I don't know what it is. Oh! It's this! Okay, here we go, set to 40 though. Awesome. Right, the glide slope's just come through, the pink diamond, and we're going to set 7,000 now. I'm going to click the approach button. Localizer, glide slope, nice. Hopefully we'll capture the localizer before we hit the glide slope, but just in case, we will go and set BS here, not plus. We'll just go minus 200, just to keep in a steady descent, to make sure that we grab that localizer before the glide slope. Well, we can't get the glide slope before the localizer, so we want to make sure we get the localizer first, before the glide slope comes through. So there's the localizer, and we should have that glide slope come through. Just really reduce that descent rate then. Alright, so a missed approach, climb to 5,900 and then turn right up to 12,000 feet, so we'll go and set 12,000 up here. There's the glide slope. And we're going to set out the rest of the flaps for now, so we're at flap 10, flap 15. And we'll fly like this until 6, we'll go 8 miles. We'll get fully configured earlier then. I'm only using flap 15, I don't know why it's getting angry. Go back to flap 10 then. Flap 15 I should be able to fly without the gear being down. Let's go get down then. Get down to the green. I'm going to set flap 15. And I'm going to set the final approach speed, which is 150. Awesome. 50 set. So below the yellow band, we can set the next set of flaps for flap 25. And obviously we have runway on this side, which is good. Flap 25. Flap 30. Lovely. Just going to zoom in on the airport. Doesn't seem to be any AI that could name us for our arrival. So, autopilot disconnected. And disconnect the autopilot as well. There we go. So my aircraft, my throttles are good to go. Let's just recorrect everything here. What's it like? So you can see the sharp edges there on the scenery. It's just because our mesh is set to 1 meter. And it gets fixed if I set to 5 meters, but knowing me, if I just set 5 meters so it looks okay, I'm going to forget to reset it back to 1 meter until I finally realise that I'm going to set it to 5 meters when I look at my settings. So, who knows how long that would be. But it's not too bad. Not a glitch for now. Apparently our T-gas is picking up many... It's gone. I think it's the animated vehicles. It's a bit below the sky slope here. I mean, we are high up, so we will fall a bit quicker than typically. Pretty cool minimums, sort.
30.
Continue though.
10.
Idle throttle here. Look at that, already down. Just high altitude, and we were a bit slow though. And there we are, versus. Lovely. There wasn't much flare, but it wasn't a hard landing. I don't think it auto-brake engaged. It did, apparently. It's disengaged now. It's not really slowing down that much, but just to make sure we don't overrun the runway. Let's put on manual brakes. Go forward, I don't know. I'm going to vacate the next left. Nice. Flight time 3 hours and 43 minutes. Yeah, landing rate was -217. Here we go, here's what I was talking about. You can see it's a bit sharp. I set the mesh resolution to 5 meters. It'll be a lot smoother. And the taxi signs won't be in the grass. Alright, now that's off, text light on, off, and we'll set the stroke to steady, so vacating now and set TA only. So the T-gas there. Weather radar can go off, speed brake, disarm. It's cleared up, lovely, gently, flight directors off. And we need to make our way over to Concourse Charlie, which is where Southwest parks. So we'll continue over, crossing into Golf here. So cross Foxtrot, then we go right Golf. And we can go and reset our displays, so course can come back to 0. Speed back to 0, heading back to 0. That can set 12,000, so this one can go back to 0. Went way past that. And we're going to switch these over so we don't get the ILS showing up on our screen. So that's all cleared up now. That looks all clean and good. Lovely. Alright, so yeah, Concourse Charlie is this one right here. And we go and find a stand on the charts which we can go and select. Let's go Charlie 32. So, oh, I was like looking for Gate C, but it's Concourse C, isn't it? Yeah. 32. No. And no, as well, Southwest. Awesome. Handling by Southwest Airlines. Thank you. So, we need to go and find our way there. So we need to come down Golf. And we need to find a left. It takes us at 6 Whiskey. I think I've just gone past. Actually, it might be here. It might be this left here. Yeah, it is. Awesome. Take this left, and I haven't got to start at AP. I'm just going to start it now before it's too late. So here we are, take this left. I think that should say something. No, it doesn't. Well, it would, but half of it's under the ground. Awesome, so let's go in here. And we'll carry on straight until we have a left turn that takes us in closer to the terminal, and then we can taxi in to stand Charlie 32. So we don't want to go left here at hotel. We want to go the next left after this hotel left. That'll take us in. Yeah, AP is south up now, which is good. Oh, I haven't brought all the flaps up. Well, have I not brought up any flaps? I didn't bring up any flaps. I'm a silly boy. So yeah, this left up here now. And you can see GSX set up for this stand. Lovely. Get these lights off. Air conditioning. Is it moaning about... Oh, it's just moaning about dual bleed. It's okay. It's just saying, oh, engine bleed and AP bleed is turned on. Which is fine. I'm not too sure what's up with these rain textures. Like, it hasn't rained here. Like, why would it show rain? Very odd. So, I believe... Yeah, Charlie 32 in recap. Marshall to help us in here. Is there women today? Yes, always is. Lovely. Make sure I am centre, because GSX can get it wrong sometimes. And she also looks like she's going to get it wrong. Stop here on this mark for the Boeing 737. Yeah, she would have parked us in wrong. Parking brake set, AP generator on, and the flaps are up. Lovely. I mean, they're up by the gas stand, so whatever. Engines can shut down 3 hours 55 minutes for the block time. Awesome. So yeah, landing rate wasn't too bad. -217. Fuel pumps off, except the AP1. Hydraulic elects off. Packs also can stay there. Anti-collision light off. Seatbelts off. Request deboarding. And how many people do we have on board again? I've forgotten. Let's go check again. I think it's like 149. No, 160. That can't be right. Has that changed? I saw we had like 140 something. Okay, 160 it is. And the zero fuel weight is the same, so it'd be very odd if it changed. And there we go. Let's bring the jetway over. Let's go and set the doors to open on the cargo first, and wait for the jetway in, then we can open up the passenger door. And we can get to ground connections. We can go and set the wheel chock, so we can remove the parking brake, and we can also set the ground power, or request it initially. And once that's connected, we can go and set ground power. Just waiting for it to say, there we go. So ground power on, AP generator, as you see, is off, so AP can go off. Fuel pump for the AP can go off. And we can actually go and request the air conditioning unit, then we can turn off the packs. Ventilation valve open. Like so. Oh, closed even. Ooh, there we go. Right, we're doing a full shutdown here, so probe off, window heats off, and irises can go off. Like so. And open left entry. Yeah, jetway is here now, isn't it? So we can open up that door. I can go to the mini page. Go to mini page. And I'm pretty happy with the way this is shut off. Obviously, you turn off the batteries later on when the passengers will be boarded, but we're not going to wait for that long. So yeah, I think my sim restart earlier has messed things up with the immersion, with the fuel drain and now the contrails. But yeah, so I'll shut it off for now. Thank you guys very much for watching today's video. I'll see you next time, and bye bye for now.